Most people waste their time on hundreds of supplements that don't really do a lot, or they're already actually getting within inside of their diet and they don't even realize it. So here's 7 supplements that I recommend that most people should take that is backed by research and not just hype. Number 1, protein powder. Nothing really magic about this. You might already be getting enough from the food choice in which you make each day. It's quick, it's convenient, and it's cost effective. You can put it in with things like your oats, yogurt, pancakes, or you could just shake it up and have it as a drink. But you want to aim for around about 1.5 to 2 grams of protein a day for better energy levels, appetite management, recovery, and muscle retention. Number 2, the most researched supplement, creatine. And you've probably heard enough of this by now, but it's still surprising to me how many guys I speak to initially that want to build muscle, that want to improve their performance, that are still apprehensive about taking this stuff. So go away and do your own research on it after this video. But I'd highly recommend that you take creatine, not even just for the performance benefits, but in terms of improving cognitive function. There's so much research out there about this supplement. There's not many supplements, in my opinion, that really are a bit of a superpower, but this one is definitely one. It's going to help improve performance, recovery, your ability to focus properly. Same again, it's pretty cost effective and very easy to consume. You want roughly around about 1 gram of creatine per every 10 kilograms of body weight. The research at the moment is starting to change on this, and we're realizing that some people potentially need a bit more depending on how much they weigh. Number 3, vitamin D3. Now, depending on where you live in the world, this is going to be very beneficial, and particularly for most people across Europe. We don't really get a massive amount of sunlight in the summer, let alone the winter. Now, how much you need is really going to depend on your exposure to sunlight. But on average, having anywhere between 2 to 5,000 IUs a day is really going to help improve things like mood, mental health, your immune system, your hormone health, and your bones. Number 4, fish oils. A lot of people, in particularly when they go into a calorie deficit, they do neglect good quality fats within inside their diet. Extremely important for reducing inflammation, satiety, hormone health, and in particularly things like omega-3, brain function. Now, a lot of the time we can be quite low in omega-3 anyway, just purely based on food choices. So if you're not really having much oily fish inside of your diet, it's definitely a good idea to supplement fish oils. Number 5, magnesium. Our body consistently strips magnesium through stress and general exercise output and things that we do on a day-to-day basis. Magnesium will help improve sleep and recovery. Number 6, electrolytes. Now, to be honest, this is really just going to be dependent on your diet and your activity levels. This is like massively overhyped. I do think there's huge benefits in taking it, and I take it daily at the moment, but I'm very much into my endurance-based sports. If you're just running a little bit and not doing much, then you probably don't need it. But if you're exercising extensively for 30 to 60 minutes plus several times a week, and you're quite a salty sweater, and maybe you don't get a crazy amount of sodium within inside of your diet, then there's going to be benefits of you taking this because it will improve recovery and hydration. But if you don't sweat that much, or you might get enough sodium inside of your diet, then this is actually not necessary whatsoever and can actually have negative effects if you're already having too much salt. The guidelines for sodium intake for the average person is around about 2,000 milligrams a day. Most people actually exceed this and have anywhere between 3 to 4,000 on average. So if you're already having that amount and then you're throwing in an electrolyte supplement on top and maybe having an additional 500 milligrams of sodium on top of what you're already having, you're having way more than your body needs. This is going to have opposite benefits in terms of your health, increasing your blood pressure, and too much salt in the diet, if unnecessary, is not a good thing. So really, first of all, just question, is this needed? If it is, great, take it. And also just maybe look at your diet and think, do you have quite a lot of salt in that right now as well? Then lastly, probably one of my favorites, caffeine. You can get this in pre-workout format. For me, I just prefer having a coffee. This is fantastic when it comes to focus and energy, and really just helping you be more dialed in on your workouts. And this can also be great if you just want to be more productive and focused with certain tasks. So there we have it. They're my 7 supplements that I recommend. And as you can see, some of these are just really dependent on if you actually need it or depending on where you actually live in the world. But as a whole, these are going to be a great go-to for the vast majority of people. But just remember, supplements are not going to fix bad habits. So focus on the basics first. Sleep well, improve your diet, move daily, and try and exercise at least 2 or 3 days a week. And any other supplements out there, not necessarily saying they're a waste of time. It's obviously going to be dependent on you, but for the most part, some of them are not going to have a huge amount of benefit for the cost in which they actually have. And some of them are crazy expensive, and it's just very clever marketing. So if you've made it this far in the video, you're clearly about your health. And you're probably not here just for supplement tips. You're here because you want better results. So here's what you could do next. I've left a link in the description of this video. If you click on it and answer a few quick questions, I'll send you more details on the exact plan I use with clients that's helped them lose 10 to 20 kg, get their edge back, and actually remain consistent. And if you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.